a long time ago, I'm not sure who suggested it to me, but I it started from birth, right? And just chart significant memories that you can recall along the way. And again, you start to build momentum. You may not recall the very early stages of your life, but then you start to see all these things you've overcome and all these accomplishments you've had. It gives you tremendous momentum. It allows you to see things that you perhaps forgot about, that you overcame, and some key significant things in your life, maybe marriage, maybe a birth of a child, some monumental things that have happened, starting a business, failing in the business, etc. Where you've been around the world. You start to see a total package of where you were in life. Gives you a great sense of things you've overcome, and maybe things that you still want to do. I used it as a motivator to one day to start back and go, all right, birth, what now? And I kept on going on an age and seeing, okay, what I've accomplished along the way, what you remember too, and so some significant impact seeing it on a chart yourself, because it's you that's writing it, and it's you that's seeing what you've done. It will gives you tremendous pride, and also a time to reflect. You might look back and say, I could do more. I haven't done enough yet. Or wow, I've overcome a lot of things, and I'll continue to overcome things. Yeah, as far back as I could remember, I went back to being adopted at birth. What's that overcome? Now that's out of my control at that moment. And then there's some periods of time where I don't recall much because I'm very young. And then what I can recall, that's when I start taking over from there. And it's great because you're going to reflect back on these memories that are deep inside of you. We all have them. We have these game-changing moments inside of us, but we don't take the time to go in and reflect. Maybe because it's too busy. Maybe we're distracted. For me, I wanted to see just how much I could impact myself. So I went into the thoughts that I had at that moment in time. What were my thoughts? Why? Asking myself, well, what happened? How come? On the successes and the failures, and the feelings that I had. Maybe a great teacher. Why that teacher was great? What did I take from that? How did that benefit me down the road? What was that inspiration for? Because it really, what you thought happened to you in 8th grade has a large impact on you later. Because someone believed in you. And they gave you the tools to succeed. Same with your parents, no matter what their educational background was. They were feeding you. They were giving stuff to you so that you could do better than them. Or at least pursue your passion, whatever that passion might be. My parents didn't understand what I wanted to be. And to others, it may not make sense what I am. Because it's not the standard profession of like a doctor or a lawyer. But a coach is something totally unique and different. It's someone who provides inspiration to others trying to achieve a goal. And now, if you look in business, a lot of people are not called CEOs anymore. They're called coaches, and because they help inspire and guide and lead. So, but everyone has a story. I think they need to go back and find out what was that like. Many times as an athlete, I've suggested that when I was in a slump one time in basketball, you can think about why, how bad. You need to ask yourself a better question. How can I make that basket? But more importantly, what it was is I needed to go back to the place where I fell in love with the game. And once I went back to that place, whether it was physically or mentally, I could smell the area, I could smell the grass, the court, I could hear the ball bouncing, and this memory of pure joy comes over me. It's because that's where I first fell in love with it. That's where I first had the dream. And I tell all my players the same thing when they're in that slump. Even though physically we can't go back, they could tell me about it. And then they could tell me more and more of other things they've overcome, and it has shaped them to who they are now.